Oh, we're recording. Alright. Hello, everybody. This is my collection video. I got the head mount. I'm gonna be coughing a lot because I'm still a little sick. So, this is a case from my case builder. It was like pretty expensive. Holds 26 ballies. This is my main case. I have the Wilhurst Alpha case, which holds 10 knives, I think. I don't know. But this is where we keep most of the stuff. Real quick, we'll just go over the case. Lube, hardware, band-aids, smaller stuff, all the boxes, some more spots for knives, just random, more hardware, handles and 3D printed scales and stickers and stuff. Anyway, okay. We're gonna go cheap to expensive here. Starting, my first good knife, the Squiddy C. This thing is discontinued. It's so light. It's like 2.2 ounces, but this thing's kind of beat. I wish it wasn't. It's like cracking and shit. It's seen better days. Yeah, I will not be getting rid of this ever because it's discontinued and it's my first. I'm sentimentally attached to it because, yeah. Ooh, nope. Alright, we'll just like lay him out here. Next up, I got this at Blade Show this year. This is the Squiddy U because I wanted a better Squiddy, and blue is the best color. I am correct. I'm factually correct on that statement. Wow, I cannot flip. Holy crap. Let me like get on my knees here. Whoa, pause. Don't take that out of context. Yeah. It's not as loud because it has the silencer. I rate this. It's pretty good. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just a Squiddy U. Wow, oh my god, I cannot flip. Bro, hello? Okay, I give up. So, next up on the plastic list is my Edit Light. I barely flipped this thing. This is the first time I'm flipping it in a while. It's big. It flips good, it's just big. I really want to get Flip Forge's new palette, and then this thing will be kind of obsolete. I would sell it, but I don't know who would buy it. Yeah. I got a dual tone blade, purple handles. It's pretty neat. We're gonna open these up here. Alright, next up, this is a Armshark Nautilus clone because Squid has doo-doo QC, and everybody was telling me to get a clone. I really like the Nautilus. It's nice and light. It's very responsive. If I could like actually flip today, that'd be great. I can't giraffe. Oh my god. Hello. Okay, I give up. This is teal. The anode is kind of a weird color. I can't crank this all the way. The G10, I mean, this was like 50 bucks, mind you. The G10 isn't all even. Like, this one's a little more textured than this one, if you can see that. I don't really know. But I really like it. That was the bite handle. Doesn't have tap though, which is good. But I just can't crank it, or else it'll bind. Yeah, I like that a lot. Next up, my newest Balisong, the cheese. This is not your average Balisong. I don't think I'm provolone when I say this is a very Gouda Balisong for how much cheddar it costs. But all jokes aside, I really like this. Fuck. The Teflon coating feels very nice in the hands. This also sounds like really nice. It's like very marbly. It came with, I got the little cheese stand with it. It's very, very cool. This is very good for the price. This is my first Balisong product, and they're definitely doing some great stuff. Wow, just ruined the whole thing here, didn't I? All right. I've been flipping this a lot recently because it's my newest knife. Next up, my first metal trainer, the Mako 4.5. Let's see if this says tap. It does not. The blade just keeps bending on it. I keep getting tapped. I don't really know, like, how straight this blade is. Yeah. I never really flip this anymore, but I'm not going to get rid of it. Again, sentimentally attached to it, because it was my first metal knife. That is the bite handle. What am I doing? Oh my god. I can't flip. But, I do prefer the new Mako V5. It is, especially with the hardened blade, it is so much better than this one. This one's very handle heavy and pretty handle biased. It's not really my preferences, doesn't really feel my preferences that much. It's also kind of slippy because, you know, it's just a bead blast. But yeah, black and blue, great color scheme. We got some more of those in here. This is my beater. This is the Armshark Madco clone, because I didn't really want an actual Madco all that much, and someone came up to me at Blade Show with the Armshark clone. Oh, this bright handle indicator tripping. The Armshark clone and the real one, and they were the same. They were exactly the same. I don't have the weights in, so it's a little more neutral. This flips like the Mako, but better, because it's more grippy, and it doesn't have more tip weight, it just has a little less handle weight. It's not like obnoxiously handle heavy. Yeah, but this is my beater. You've probably seen this in videos where I drop it into bodies of water, because that's where sharks belong. I'll scooch these down a little bit. Next up, probably my favorite trainer, the Prisma Pro. Unfortunately discontinued, but this is my go-to for learning new tricks. This is, I flipped this a lot. I had to send it in twice to get, oh my god, what's the word? For warranty. First time, I stripped the screw this way so I couldn't loosen it, and it was still on T10 hardware at the time. So, actually no, that's a lie. 3 times. First time I got it, stripped the screw this way. No. Yeah, this way. Got it on the T15 hardware because it was still on the T10. Second time, stripped the screw this way. It was like cranked or something. I went to unscrew it, stripped it immediately. And the third time, the bite handle Zen pin snapped in half. It is actually right in here. Let's see if I can open this case. This case is like really hard to open. There it is. It snapped in half, and half of it backed out a little bit, which is just insane. Garrett NRB was like, this is the wildest warranty claim I've ever seen. Thank God they replaced it. I don't know how it happened. I really only flipped this over like carpet. I have like chucked it at the carpet a couple times. I think the blade hit the inside of the channel. That's why it's kind of shiny right here. But I don't know how it happened. So I got a silver Zen pin in here now. You can see they're different colors. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. But I really like this thing. Dude, I cannot giraffe today. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah. Voice crack. Next up, my second metal trainer. We got the Kraken V3 trainer, again, in black and blue. With the zippy inserts, because this thing does not have enough tip weight. This used to be my beater. I don't flip this a lot. It's a Kraken. There's not much to say about it. Yeah. Zippy weights are definitely a necessity. You can see this is kind of beat, very chewed up. That was not nice to this thing. Squid, put your logos right side up also. Anyway, yeah. Skip over these for now. This is the $30 Amazon Live Blade Weird Monarch clone thing. This thing came absolutely covered in oil. Like, it was like someone dipped it in Vaseline. It was crazy. I need to, like, lower this camera a bit. Yeah. Bushings came oversized. I tuned them. I think it binds a little bit, but it's floating bushings, so it's kind of mid. But if you want a live blade for 30 bucks, I mean, I think it's still on Amazon. So, yeah. Got this for Christmas from my mother. I like emailed it to myself because I was trying to pull it. I was trying to show like people on my Discord call on my computer. I had the link on my phone. She was like, I saw you emailed that to yourself. Well, I got it for you for Christmas. I'm like, thanks, Mom. You're the best. Yeah. This is a sad little boy. This is an Armshark rep clone I got in a trade for an owl, Squiddy Owl, because I did not like the Squiddy Owl. It has no washers, so I can crank all the hardware. It is just sad boy. It flips. It's really fun to flip though. I got 3 printed spacers in it, so it's a little more neutral. But I really want to rep now. This thing made me want to rep because it is fun. Like I can still flip it too. If I could flip today, that is. Ugh. Yeah, it's hilarious. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm dying. Alright, live blade time, excluding that $30 one. This is my second newest knife. This thing is, these handles are absolutely ginormous. Zippy Lucha, I got this Lucha blade in a trade from the same guy at the same time for this rep. It came rusted. I polished it up a little bit. It's all polished. It's also dull. I'm like, I don't want to just have a Lucha. I got the handles in the bottom of the case. I'm like, I want to do something with this Lucha. And it was either fly tie handles, the aluminum handles. I need to lower this camera more. The fly tie handles or Zippy Lucha handles. And I'm like, Zippy Lucha handles are more interesting. Why don't we get those? It flips. It's like almost blade bias. Like it aerials kind of weirdly. Like it like gyrates off center. I don't know. But like it's flippable. If I could flip today, that is. Bro. I can't rep cherry picker. Oh my god. I also can't rep helix. But it's fun. It's got a crazy noise to it. It's just an interesting collectible, I guess. Well, it's not really, I mean, it's like 80 bucks. It's not that expensive. But Zippy, keep doing what you're doing. Great stuff. Next up, the Purple Ink Tanto Kraken. At first, I wasn't like a huge fan of the Kraken. But I flipped this a lot more. And it's definitely grown on me. Good flipper. It's Kraken. I'm doing the same tricks over and over again. Let's do something different. Fuck. Damn. Yeah. I dull all my live blades. They'll still cut me, but it's not like if I graze myself, it'll leave me bleeding. Yeah. I need to get a Bowie. I used to want a blue inked Tanto, and I'm like, damn, their purple looks so nice. So I got the purple. But I want a blue Bowie speed channel inked. I haven't actually tried a speed channel Kraken. I tried a Bowie Kraken though. And I liked it a little more. just because this has a lot of pivot weight, I feel like. But I also want a Weehawk tie Kraken, because I really like tie Kraken. And I flipped a Tanto tie Kraken, a Bowie tie Kraken with all the weights, and a Bowie tie Kraken with like half the weights. And they all flipped. Oh my god, my voice is dying, bro. The Bowie with half the weights flipped pretty similarly to the Tanto. The weight pins, they don't change much, but it's definitely noticeable. But they all flipped really good. I'm an outlier when I say I really like the tie Kraken. It felt really nice in the hand. It flipped like a Kraken, except a little bit more end weighted. Which I think I'm in the minority in thinking that. But yeah, I want to get one of those, and I want to get a Weehawk so then I can have all 3 blade shapes. Anyway, next up, this is a pretty new addition, the Cygnus. I think this might have a little bit of tap. I don't know if you can hear it. It does. It's just problems with. You get what you get with G10 sandwich knives. This thing, I got new hardware in it recently. I'm gonna get anode by Solaire. I'm gonna get a blue to green fade eventually, but I want to make this collection video first. This thing is very nice. I wish the handles were a little bit lighter. I know that may sound crazy. You would think, oh wow, these handles must be so light. They're sandwiching. They got a big old hole with G10. It is still a little bit handle biased. It still feels a little bit handle heavy. Dude, why can't I flip today? But this is just a very cool knife. Dude, I can't flip. I made 3D printed spacers for it, just like the Rep. And I will put those in once I get this modded. Because they flipped a little bit better. I also made barrels, but that was just like, that looks stupid. And, it didn't flip as good as the 3D printed spacers. It removes a little bit of the end weight, so it makes it a little less handle heavy. I mean, these spacers are already pretty milled out on the inside. So, yeah. I got the new, I believe these are the tie-plated washers, because they're black. They feel really nice. They feel like a little sluggish, but they're very smooth. And they actually, they're the correct size washers. I had to get washers from, this is a metric knife, so pivot needle doesn't fit in it, uses different non-standard hardware. Everything on this is T10 though, which I love. It's also not sharp. I got this, I bought it from someone on secondhand. It wasn't a very good deal. A lot of better deals have come up since then, and I keep seeing them on the secondhand, and I'm like, damn, I wish I bought that Cygnus for $200. It's like a little beat. It's not bad. When I get a re-anode, it'll look good as new. It came with black and white G10 scales, so I dyed them because I wanted all black. They're like a little different color, but it's hard to notice. Yeah, but I really like this thing. It's definitely a very unique knife. Which is what I kind of try and go for in my collection, kind of. That's why I don't have some knives like the Orion, which people are like, everybody should have an Orion. I'm like, it doesn't really add anything to my collection. It's just like, it's just it's sandwich aluminum, that's it. Like, I wouldn't really like flip it that much. I definitely love the blue splatter though. But anyway, yeah, LEY, very, very cool company. Anyway, that's enough about rambling on with the Cygnus. Let's like straighten these out here. Next up, a knife that I don't flip nearly enough. This is the Medusa V2. This was modded by Broken Blade, polished, sharpened. It's like not too sharp, but it'll still definitely cut me. Did this sick ano on it. This dual tone satin flats with this teal to purple. Yeah, he does great stuff. He's a little, he's a little bit expensive, but not nearly as bad as like BA. Yeah, I don't flip this a lot. It's not like the best flipper, and many people will agree with me on that. The new V4 though is really good. I want to get one of those. Oh my god, it's a cough. I've had it like for like a week. It will not leave me alone. Yeah, this is definitely just like a display knife. I really like it. The handle geometry, I wish they were a little less this way, more this way. It's like when you're doing stuff like ladders, it wants to like rotate like that instead of stay there. This can still definitely do them, but this knife is so awesome looking. With this ginormous blade, the handle gap is actually so big closed that you gotta really wedge it in there in these display slots. These are all the same dimensions as the Will Hirsch case. I directly took measurements from the Will Hirsch case when I made this. Yeah, actually, this Nabali's cheese fit, because Nabali says ginormous handle gap. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about the cheese and Nabali's is their handle gap is just ginormous. I also wish this had a little bit more tip weight, but I still really like it. Anyway, next up, two Serifs. This one has an Opus blade with the lightweights in it, so it's very end-weighted. It's really fun. I don't flip my Serifs nearly enough, honestly. I don't flip my live blades that much. But I really want to get rid of one of my Serifs because I don't flip them a lot, but I'm just too attached to both of them, and they're both, like, unique and flip differently. I don't want to get rid of one because this blade is so awesome. This hollow ground Tanto with this diamondback pattern is very sick. This anno, it was really cheap. Anno, it was by at Burbs and Bally's on Instagram. It's like $10. He's a friend of mine. Like you can see, there's a little bit of like a birthmark there almost, but it's still a really cool anno. Kind of accidental with this pink on the sides, but it still looks really nice. Yeah. Serif, some people hate it. I really like it. Wow, I cannot flip. I originally had no weights in this. Well, actually, I originally had the light weights, and then I had no weights. But the no weights is, like, kind of hard to flip because it's, like, pretty blade bias. Dude, I cannot flip. Yeah, I love the Serif, though. I got this one on their Black Friday sale, so it was only, like, $620 instead of $720. But, you know, very, very pretty knife. Then we have... This was modded by Solaire. Got a heat anno fade. This was a laser, one of their first laser engraved blades, not Solaire, but Machine Wise when they first started laser engraving. So this laser engraving pattern you can't get anymore. And it was also a really shallow laser engraving pattern. And so I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I asked to wash this. And it's really cool. It like really adds some texture to the blade. You can kind of feel it when chaplaining because it kind of climbs up the blade a bit. It's not that big of a deal. But it just looks sick. It's like this dual tone geometric pattern. Solaire didn't mask off the washer area very well. So it is a little eaten away at. It still flips fine. But yeah, this is number 91. This guy over here is number, it's kind of hard to see, 393. And this guy is number 48. And I think those are all the numbered ones I have. These guys are numbered, yeah. Yeah, I got this quite a bit ago. Wasn't my first live blade. I think it was my first non-clone live blade though. I had the one Nami clone. Definitely didn't really deserve this at the time because I was not that great of a flipper. I've definitely gotten a lot better. I've been flipping for about a year and a half. I've gotten a lot better in the past like month and a half though. But this thing is so pretty. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. This has zippy weights in it. So it's like in between no weights and the light weights, and it flips so good. I can't rub cherry picker. Oh, yep. Very pretty knife. And the last one, Squid Industries Tsunami. This thing is awesome. I love it. I should flip it more. This is the Satin Tsunami. This is the most expensive knife in my collection. These things are like $650 stock. This was $775 at Blade Show. I was gonna get a full DLC one until I found out they were $875, and I'm like, never mind. This is Production X, which I was really happy about when I found out they were not moving on to Prod 11 at Blade Show 2024 in Atlanta. 430. It was 10 off from 420. Although I think that was not a satin one, that might have been a DLC one, if I'm not mistaken. But I love this thing. This amazing blurple was done by Broken Blade EDC again, and he re-annotated the pivots gold from blue, so this thing is so beautiful. I love the Nami. It's very competitive flipper. It's nice. It's thin. It's a little bit light. It's pretty neutral. I have no pins in it. It's so hard to change the pins on it because the tolerances. So the holes are like slightly smaller than the pins, so they don't like rattle around. So it's really hard to like change the pins. I tried 3, 2, and 1 pins. No pins is the best. Yeah, I love this thing. When I first got it, I cut the absolute shit out of myself. I went to do a giraffe, and I caught it like this, and it just shink. It was really sharp when I got it. It's still, it definitely scarred. You might still be able to see it. So like right here, I got the cut, and I'm like, shit. I was at the pit at Blade Show, and I'm like, shit, I might need stitches, because it was bad. My dad got some shout out to my dad. He got some super glue. He went down to like a store real quick, got some super glue and little first aid kit, and it was bad. And then we went to the first aid station the next day, and they cleaned it out, put some new skin on it. I'm not gonna have a fingerprint there anymore though, that's for sure. But yeah, this is right now probably my favorite knife in my collection. This blurple is so pretty. Revenge of the Blades did an Arsenal with a blurple that was very similar to this. I'm like, damn, that is the coolest anno I've ever seen. Like, my favorite anno I've ever seen. And I sent it to Broken Blade. I'm like, yo, you want to do this on it now? And he's like, I'll try. And he knocked it out of the park. Yeah. Don't know what else to say about it. But, there's the collection. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 knives right now. Got a whole big wish list with like another 10 knives on it. Stuff like the Flip Forge palette, the Jimpy machine trainer. I tried that at Blade Show. That was really awesome. The Medusa V4. I really want a Zizix Lazarus. Those things are awesome. Bally scissors, whenever those come out. Definitely, I don't care how much they cost, I'm buying some. I really want a Mantis Idolo. That's probably never going to happen. Same thing with Stitch Steel Alien V2. It's going to be a while before he starts making those, and I really, really want one. But, yeah, there's my collection at the current moment. I'm not going to be buying any knives for a while because I am broke, and I'm going off to college in, like, a little under 3 weeks, and I won't have a job for, like, the first semester. I just worked my last day yesterday at my current job before college, so yeah.